hope you've been following along and seeing our lives every week. We're here every Wednesday at 1 o'clock, and we thought this was going to be really fun just to bring you along shopping with us. So at Reclaim Warehouse, we love to mix the old with the new. I do it a lot in my design style, and I have for the last 18 years. So repurposing, refinishing things has always been a love of mine, and being able to incorporate that into the houses is kind of where Reclaim Warehouse even started. So I'm going to introduce myself. I'm Tabitha Clark, and I own this fantastic shop called Reclaim Warehouse, and we have one in Moore and one in Norman. And the store was kind of just born out of our home building company, and it was there that my clients would go out into our warehouse, look through our architectural salvage finds, and I hope you can all hear me because there's lots of traffic right here. And so instead of them going through our warehouse, I wanted to make a really cute space for them. And so the space right next door to our home building company was available, and we decided, well, we'll just make a really cute space, put all of our architectural finds there, incorporate some really great lighting, and that's where our customers for our home building company will get to come and shop. So long story short, Reclaim Warehouse is open to the public, and it was fantastic. And so that's how our first year went. And we opened a new one in Norman. So if you haven't been to our new Norman location, it is off of 24th Street in between Tecumseh and Robinson, right next to TJ Maxx and Super Target and Qdoba. All the great shopping right there in Norman. So make sure, come check out our stores in Moore and Norman. And today we are out antique shopping. My favorite thing to do. And so I hit up a lot of different junk stores, antique stores, architectural salvage yards, and I just collect a lot of the really great stuff. And you will find this stuff in our Moore and Norman locations. We do put this, all of our finds back out into the stores, and I just wanted to share with you the things that I bought today and how I'm going to incorporate those, or where I would incorporate them, and reasons why I purchased them. So if you find yourself loving mixing the old with the new, and you're just not sure when you go to an antique store what to look for and where you would incorporate that, I'm hoping that this helps you figure that out. So behind me here, we just have, antique stores are really great places for wall decor. So really different, interesting things that you're just not going to find everywhere. I really like to look for art pieces. If you can look past frames and old matting and envision on how you could clean it up with maybe just a simple black frame and a nice crisp white mat, it really changes the dynamic of the whole print itself. So keep that in mind when you're going and looking. This map I thought was fantastic. So an office space is where I would probably use this, or maybe I know a lot of our floor plans on our homes, we have really great mud halls now where we're incorporating a lot of kid desk areas. This will be really cute above a kid desk area. It has great texture. I just got it. I love the colors on this piece, and it's really large scaled. And you can't find cool stuff like this. So I grabbed this piece. Right here behind me, super cool. I'm pretty sure this person remade this. So this was an industrial lampshade. And then this either, I don't know, mechanic something, I don't know, but he kind of like forged the whole thing together to make this really cool industrial lamp. So snag this. Be really great in an office space. This cute, I don't actually know, I just really wanted this one. So maybe if you have a collection, we're gonna talk a little bit about collections here in a minute, but this might be cute. Like if you had a little table like this right here, this was a great piece that I would probably use in an entryway or an interesting end of a hall or something like that. But this could be I'd like to try to tend towards the pieces that are just not easy for us to replicate, even in the trim shop. So you could here, it's just you can't always get the really great honey woods that you see in this. This really reclaimed wood right up here in the front really caught my eye, and I loved the metal detail on the legs. So when I saw this one, I knew this was a winner for me, and it was a really easy styling piece too. So for sure snagged that. Right here, we'll talk about some of the things on the top. So whenever I'm just looking for decor pieces, so living room shelves, or if you have maybe space in your dining room that has a shelf right above your table, and you're just not exactly sure how to decorate that with interest. I really like to find these types of pieces. So like this vintage scale right here, I thought was awesome. So that same type shelf above your dining room table, this with some books and a candle. This is kind of your conversational piece, or your piece that maybe you can look at it and you can remember, my grandma used to have something like that, and it brings kind of those memories back, and it just kind of, for some reason, those old things just make me feel like warm, and it just reminds me of things of the past and my family and that kind of thing. So I really like incorporating anything like this that's going to bring in those warm feelings. So here's this. I'm a sucker for old kitchen gadgets. Gina actually picked this one out. Russell would love the pop of red on this. But they're just cool. So if you've got those open shelves in the kitchen and you're really just trying to find unique, fun pieces for there, look at those old kitchen gadgets and see if there's something fun. Like, so this right here, the pop of red caught our eye. It's still in fairly good shape, although sometimes I don't want it to be in great shape. I want it to be kind of old and rusted. So just see if you find interest in it. If this speaks to you, you think it would be really fun up on a shelf. That's where I go for here. Kind of the same thing with the teapot. The teapot has really great shape, and it's really great, doesn't break, really great coloring. So that's, I mean, mainly what I would be drawn to on this one. Be cute even on your stove, shelving, even on the counter if you wanted to leave what I just dropped. If you wanted to leave the top off and maybe put some utensils in it, maybe put your fresh flowers in it. You could fit a mason jar down in there and put some fresh flowers from your garden in it. Lots of uses. I mainly go for pops of color with tea kettles and things like this. This is also a great collectible item, which we're going to talk about. Gosh dang it. Here in a second. I'm breaking it. Oh, it's wood on the top. That's cute. I didn't notice that before. This wood bowl, I don't know. It's just interesting. I liked the wood bowl just because of the unique shape of it. Obviously, when you see behind me, I'm very drawn to things that are green and things that are wood. So this right here, just the interesting shape of it, I don't see something like this very often. I just think it would be really cute on the table if you wanted to fill it with candies, or maybe even do salt and peppers, or if you're gonna do a cheese spread, put some nuts in here. I just thought it's versatile, it's interesting, so I grabbed it. Okay, oh, the fantastic trunk. So this right here is great for lots of reasons. So we've got the rusty metal elements here. Obviously it's really old, and it has some interesting character to it, especially since it's locked, and we for sure are going to pry this open and see what's in it, if anything is in it. So I don't know, like the imagination there of like maybe there's like treasure in here also got me. So I just loved it. I thought it would be great in a living room, the end of a bed, that corner that you're not exactly sure what to do with, in the living room, in the dining room, in your entryway. It'd be really cute on the end of a bench in an entryway with maybe like a big basket, umbrellas, you know, I could go crazy, but great piece. That's why we grabbed that. So over here is kind of a collectional thing, and you're not exactly sure what you want to look for, but you know you want to start incorporating it. An easy thing to start doing is pick one thing that you find interesting and make it a collection. So right here, I am always drawn to, and if you've been in our stores, we have several things like this, but vintage sewing items. I absolutely love, drawn to. I did used to sew quite a bit, so maybe that's the connection there between myself and the item, but these might be some of the most fantastic things I've ever found, and it's just because I probably have a personal connection to them, but I absolutely love them. These vintage spools right here are great. Like, I have not seen anything like this. I love the thread is still on and they're great vintage colors. Fantastic. They go right along in with these spools here. Whenever you're doing the collection, make sure you're not getting a bunch of the exact same thing that's the same size. So we're looking for different shapes of items, different heights, different colorings, and we're gonna group all of this together, and it's just gonna add visual interest to your shelves. It's gonna be able to remind you of just that warm thing that I was talking about earlier. So I obviously have a connection with this, and so every time you look at it, it should make you feel good and have some sort of joy from it. So love this. I've already touched on, I love just the look of the reclaimed old wood. So that was another thing that caught my eye here. This is an old shoe form. Mainly grabbed this. For one, I'm a sucker for a shoe form. I have lots of them in the stores, but the coloring on this one was great. I just really like that pop of a seafoam green, mint green. Goes pretty much with any design scheme you can have out there, especially if you like anything to do with this look that I have here. Was the main reason why I grabbed this. Antique stores, junk stores, you could even start going thrifting, like Goodwill, Salvation Army, great places for old books. So anytime I can come across books like this, especially if there is a set in the same color, I grab them. So great for your home decor, great for those conversational trays for your coffee table. I just use books in a lot of different areas of my home decor, but this is a really great place to do that. Higher end antique stores, these are going to be really expensive, so just be creative on where you're looking for them, because you don't have to spend a ton to get the look. Now, if you're wanting some classics and that kind of thing, then yeah, you're going to pay for them. But if we're just going for decorating and for looks, be creative on where you're looking for them. Garage sales would probably also be another great one, and estate sales would be a good one too. This piece right here did go over a old radio, and the old radio is removed, so it is just an empty shell now. I still love it. Like this, I just think is absolutely great. I love the shape. I love the vintage feel of it. Would look really cute on your living room shelves. Would look really great in an office. The shape is basically what drew me to that one. Vintage dressers. What I look for here is just double check that you're not getting something that is reproduced. If you're really interested in the real vintage dressers. So I would go ahead, it does not bother me at all if my drawers are rickety. That actually adds to the character for me. You can tell by looking at a lot of them, the inside of the drawers. It's still in very good shape. I mean, I've purchased some that the drawers completely fell out, and I wasn't intending on using it as a drawer at all, so it was fine. But you should be able to tell. Do some inspecting, look inside your drawers. If you can and it's possible, look on the underside of your piece. A lot of vintage furniture, if it's authentic, it'll have, a lot of times in pencil, it'll have a date or something marked on the bottom of it. So on this one, coloring is fantastic. It has obviously been repainted at least 2 to 3 times, and so it's all chipping away, which makes it even better. I absolutely love that about this piece. And yeah, I just I don't know, I was drawn to this one. We purchased quite a bit more, but we weren't able to get it all out here to show you guys. So we just kind of picked a good assortment of things to give you a little bit of inspiration and maybe spark an idea on maybe start a collection of something. Get creative and go to Salvation stores and start getting some, old books, or candlesticks are a really great place to get those as well. If you guys have any questions on anything, shoot them up there out throughout the day. As they're up there, we'll go ahead and keep checking the feed and answer those for you.
Have them post like their unique finds they've found.
Yeah, if you guys
Tag it,
have
hashtag.
great places that you go and you have found like the best antique find ever, post them on here. We would love to see them. We love and eat up all old everything. If you want to show us how you used them in your house and it's a different creative way, post that picture on here. We would absolutely love to see your creativity and how you've been able to use like any antiques, salvage, anything like that. Even if you've repurposed it and made it your own into something else, would love to see that too. So
People really want to know what's in the chest.
I really want to know what's in the chest too, and hopefully it's not like a skeleton or anything like that. I'm a little nervous, but like that's the intriguing part of it. So later today, when we get all this stuff back, maybe I'll video it, because it'd be like, what do we have, treasure of something? I don't know. It could be something so cool, or it could be like someone's old underwear. You just never know. So I want to know that so bad too. Okay, so make sure you shoot your pictures up here. If you have questions later throughout the day, shoot them on here and I'll be glad to answer them. I hope this is helpful for you.
Like
Yes,
and
Mary?
share. Like and share.
Yes, please, if you are loving our videos, like and share. Make sure you comment, because the more you do that, the more that you are actually sharing our feed with other people. So we are also getting our YouTube channel going, and all these videos you're going to be able to find there as well. We're doing a lot of tutorials, a lot of sharing of tips and tricks of things that I have either done or the girls have learned, and we're just sharing it all with you guys. So if you could like and share our stuff, we would really appreciate it. And we're here every Wednesday at 1 o'clock. So make sure you're checking in with us. And yeah, I thank you guys so much for joining us today. And we will see you either in the stores, because you're going to come check out our awesome stuff that we just got, or yeah, we'll see you here. So just keep checking back in on our social media on Instagram and Facebook. So have a great day.